Ever wondered how different school is just across the border? Welcome to the Ultimate Education Wars, where we're diving into 20 surprising showdowns between the Canadian and American school systems. From kindergarten to college, we're covering it all. Get ready to have your mind blown by the fascinating ways these two neighbors approach teaching and learning. It's Canada versus the USA in the classroom. Let's get started. First up, let's look at the historical foundations. Fact number 1. In both countries, education is not a federal matter. In Canada, it's run by the provinces and territories, while in the US, it's handled by individual states. This creates a huge variety of school systems within each country. Fact 2. The school year length is different. Canadian students typically attend school for about 190 days a year, while American students average around 180 days. Those extra 10 days can really add up. Fact 3. Both systems share roots in British colonial education. This early influence shaped the initial structure and curriculum, creating a common starting point from which they've both evolved. Fact 4 highlights a philosophical split. Canadian education often emphasizes developing critical thinking and a well-rounded student. In contrast, the American system has historically placed a stronger emphasis on academic achievement and standardized metrics of success. And fact 5, in their early days, both nations prioritized literacy. Teaching people to read and write was seen as essential for building a cohesive and functional society, a true nation-building tool. So, just to quickly recap, we've seen that both countries manage education locally. Canada has a slightly longer school year, and they share historical roots but have different core philosophies. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of curriculum and testing. Fact number 6. The US is famous for its love of standardized tests. Think of the SAT and ACT, which are crucial for college admissions. Canada, on the other hand, relies more on provincial exams that vary from one province to another. Fact 7 is about school choice in Canada. The public system there is incredibly diverse, often split into 4 main types: English public, French public, English Catholic, and French Catholic, especially in certain provinces. Fact 8. The US also offers school choice, but through different models like magnet schools, which specialize in certain subjects, and charter schools, which are publicly funded but run independently. Fact 9. Even something as simple as a grade isn't universal. Grading scales can differ quite a bit. Anna in Alberta might not mean the same thing as Anna in Alabama. And fact 10 brings us back to philosophy. Canada often promotes a more holistic, collaborative learning environment, whereas the US system is frequently described as more competitive, with a strong focus on individual academic performance and rankings. Hey, we're halfway through our list. If you're finding this interesting, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Drop a comment below and tell us what school was like for you, whether you're in Canada, the US, or somewhere else entirely. And don't forget to share this with a friend who loves a good comparison. Alright, let's talk about higher education, or as they say in Canada, post-secondary. Fact 11. The sheer number of institutions is staggering. The US has over 5,300 colleges and universities, offering a massive range of options. Canada's system is much smaller and more focused, with around 94 public universities. Fact 12. Both have their own elite groups. The US is famous for the Ivy League, a group of 8 private universities known for their prestige and history. Canada's equivalent is the U15, a group of 15 research-intensive universities. Fact 13 is a big one: tuition. For domestic students, university tuition is generally much lower in Canada than in the US, making it a more financially accessible option for many. Fact 14. The classic college experience is a much bigger deal in the United States. Things like massive college sports events, fraternities, and sororities are a central part of campus culture in a way that's less common in Canada. And fact 15. Applying to university is often simpler up north. Canada tends to have more streamlined, province-based application systems, compared to the often complex and multifaceted application process for American universities. Let's pause again. So far, we've covered the differences in standardized testing, the types of public schools available, and the contrasting worlds of university life, from cost to culture. Now for our final section. modern innovations and the future of learning. Fact 16 is uniquely Canadian. There are extensive French immersion programs. Starting from a young age, many Canadian students can choose to receive most of their education in French, a commitment to bilingualism that's rare in the US. Fact 17. The US has been a leader in developing alternative school models, particularly in the growth of virtual schools and the expansion of the charter school movement, offering more non-traditional educational pathways. Fact 18 is a point of unity. Both countries place a high priority on special needs education. There are strong legal frameworks in place in both Canada and the US to ensure that students with disabilities receive the support they need to succeed. Fact 19. Canada is known for its high standards for ongoing teacher training. Many provinces require teachers to continuously upgrade their skills and knowledge throughout their careers to stay certified. And our final fact, number 20. Both nations are racing to keep up with the digital age. Integrating technology into the classroom and teaching digital literacy are now major priorities on both sides of the border, preparing students for the future. So, let's do one last, super quick recap. 20 facts, from local control and school day counts, to different testing cultures, university costs, French immersion, and a shared focus on digital literacy. Each country has built a unique system based on its own history, values, and goals. It's really fascinating to see how two countries that are so similar in many ways can have such different approaches to something as fundamental as education. There's no single better system. They each have their own strengths and weaknesses, shaped by different priorities. One focuses more on collaborative critical thinking, the other on competitive academic excellence. One has a more intense university culture, the other offers a more affordable path. At the end of the day, both are working to prepare the next generation for the challenges ahead. What do you think? Which system resonates more with you? Let us know your final thoughts in the comments. Thanks so much for joining our little educational showdown today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next exploration. See you in the next video.